presenting the transcription feature, Superman.
Up in the sky! Look!
It's a bird!
It's a plane! It's Superman! And now, Superman, strange visitor from another world, champion of the weak and the oppressed, valiant fighter for truth and justice, who mingles with ordinary men disguised as Clark Kent, mild-mannered reporter for the Daily Planet newspaper. As our story opens today, the huge presses of the Daily Planet are working at top speed. A horrible catastrophe has struck the manufacturing town of Melville, and Terry White, editor of the Planet, has ordered an extra edition of the paper. At the same time, he has instructed Clark Kent and Lois Lane, the Planet star reporters, to hurry to Melville for an eyewitness story of the catastrophe. As their car speeds out of the darkening city, they discuss their assignment together.
How long will it take us to get to Melville, Mr. Kent?
About an hour. We make good time. Mr. White wired the owner of the factory, a man named Hobin. He's probably expecting us. Poor fellow must be all broken up.
Well, what caused the explosion? I didn't get the details.
Well, there aren't many details. The explosion occurred in a doll factory and killed 13 employees. That's all we know. What sort of an explosion could wreck a doll factory and take such a terrific toll of life is a mystery to me.
Every assignment you go out on seems to have mystery connected with it, Mr. Kent. I sometimes wonder whether you don't manage to create the mystery.
What do you mean?
Forget it. Not worth discussing, really. Well, how about stepping on it? I'm anxious to get this thing over with and get back to town.
Joe, I told you to stay at the factory to keep people from snooping around.
I know, Mr. Holbein, but this telegram came, and I figured it might be important. You don't have to worry about the factory. Nobody's snooping around.
Good. Joe.
What's the matter, Mr. Holbein?
Listen to this telegram. Clark Kent and Lois Lane, Daily Planet reporters, will arrive Melville 8 tonight to get a complete story, factory explosion. Your cooperation will be appreciated. Perry White, editor.
Reporters, huh? Well, you'll handle them okay. Just like you handle the chief of police and them fire inspectors.
This is different, Joe. This reporter, Kent, I've read about him. He won't be so easy to handle. No, we can't take any chances, not now.
Well, they're coming. You can't stop them.
We have to stop them. Listen to me. There's no train until 10, so it means they're coming by automobile. You will meet them before they reach the bridge and see that they turn back.
Suppose they don't want to turn back.
There can be no such thing. You will tell them the road is closed. If that doesn't work, do the next best thing.
You mean?
I mean accidents can happen. Very serious accidents.
I get you.
Now remember, Joe, they must not reach Melville under any conditions. Under any conditions.
Well, you must have taken the wrong road back at that fork, Mr. Kent. We've been riding more than an hour.
Oh, I'm sure this is the right road. Are you getting tired?
No, just bored. What's that up ahead? Red light?
Someone's waving a lantern in the middle of the road.
Now, don't tell me we have to detour. That's all I need to make the trip perfect.
Well, I don't see any construction. What's the trouble?
Where you headed?
Melville. We're reporters. Daily Planet.
Oh, yeah? Well, you'll have to turn back. Road's closed.
Oh, can't we possibly get through?
Not a chance, lady. The river went over its banks. Road's 4 feet deep in water.
Well, there isn't any water here.
You're on a hill, mister. The river's down in the valley.
Oh, but we've got to get through. We're covering a story, that factory explosion in Melville.
Nothing to it, mister. Boiler blew up. No story there.
Well, then let's turn back. We've wasted enough time.
Just a minute. Isn't there another road we can take?
Nope. This is the only one goes into Melville. Well, I gotta be getting back. Sorry.
Well, I don't see the point in sitting here staring into space, Mr. Kent. Turn the car around.
Oh, wait. This doesn't look like a hill to me, and I don't see any valley below.
All of which proves what?
Well, it may prove nothing, but I'll find out soon enough. You stay here. I'll run up ahead and have a look.
Clark Kent, you're an obstinate fool.
Be back in a minute.
She can't see me around that bend. Lucky, too. This looks like a job for Superman. Well, here goes. So, the road's flooded, is it? Not a drop of water. The river is just what it should be. I thought that man with the lantern was lying. But why?
What's his purpose in trying to keep us out of Melville? Wait. Here he comes now. He might not be willing to talk for Clark Kent, but he'll say plenty for Superman. I'll just drop down on the road. Good evening.
Hey, where'd you come from?
Never mind that. I understand you've been telling people this road is flooded. What's the big idea?
Listen, I ain't got time to fool around with no guy in a masquerade costume. Beat it.
Not before you answer a few questions.
Beat it, I said. Go on before I let you have it.
Put that gun back in your pocket. It might go off.
That's what it's for. Now, scram.
I said put that gun up.
Stand back or I'll shoot. Stand back.
Go ahead. Shoot. Those bullets bounced off my chest, and you're lucky they didn't snap back and take your eyes out. Now, it's my turn. Number one, you're getting rid of that gun.
No.
Number two, you're going to talk or I'll break you apart.
Let go.
Now, who sent you to stop us on the road?
Nobody.
Oh, you're lying. Maybe this'll loosen your tongue.
Don't hit me again. I'll talk.
All right, make it fast. What's behind all this?
It ain't my fault, mister. I'm getting paid.
Who's paying you and why?
Give me a chance, mister. I'll tell you.
Where are you?
You had your chance and missed it. Now it's too late. Miss Lane is coming up the road. I'm afraid I'll have to put you to sleep.
No, don't.
Sorry. Next time, don't wait so long.
Mr. Kent? Mr. Kent?
Can't let Lois see me this way. I'll duck behind a bush and change back to Clark Kent again.
Mr. Kent, where are you? Why don't you answer?
Here I am, Miss Lane.
Well, what happened? I heard shots and cries for help.
Well, that man who stopped us on the road wasn't telling the truth. The road isn't flooded at all.
But the shots, I heard 2 shots.
He pulled a gun and fired at me. Fortunately, he missed. We had a fight, and, well, I guess I knocked him out. There he is on the grass at the side of the road.
You knocked him out.
Well, he sort of ran into my fist. Let's get back to the car. The sooner we reach Melville, the better.
Well, what about the man?
Oh, he'll come to all right. Come on.
Say, what's this all about, Mr. Kent?
I don't know, but looks like someone's trying to keep us from reaching Melville.
Why?
That's what I can't explain. Here, get in.
Mr. Kent, have you told me everything?
Of course.
I don't like this at all.
Well, whether you like it or not, Miss Lane, you're in for mystery. And unless I miss my guess, plenty of mystery.
Hello?
Mr. Hobin, this is Joe.
Yes?
They got through. The reporters. A fella and a girl. They're heading for Melville.
You fool. I told you to stop them.
I couldn't. The big guy grabbed me and...
Never mind. Now listen to me. Take the back road and get here before they do. Come to my house. No. Go to the factory and keep watch there. You understand?
Yeah, sure.
And this time, make no mistakes.
That must be Holbein's doll factory across the street. Not much of it left, is there, Miss Lane? Just one wall standing.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yes.
Nothing but loose bricks. What do you intend doing?
Oh, I'll look around. Must be a watchman or a caretaker. You wait here in the car.
Just a moment, Mr. Kent. If you think I came along to watch you get a story, you're crazy. Go ahead, mess around in that pile of bricks. I'm going up to interview Mr. Holbein at his home. Go on.
Lois, wait. Oh, the silly little fool. Hope she doesn't get into trouble. Oh, well, might as well look around. Oh, that explosion, whatever it was, certainly wrecked this place. Hello, here comes someone. Watchman, I guess. Oh, no, it's the man who stopped us on the road, the fellow I hit. He recognizes me.
Hey, what do you want?
Me? Oh, nothing. Just looking around. A terrible explosion.
All right, keep walking, mister. Hey, wait a minute. Ain't you the reporter?
Reporter? No, I'm a traveling salesman. I sell ties. I've got some samples at my hotel if you're interested.
Ah, never mind. Keep moving.
Yeah, sure. Good night. Boy, that was a close shave. He knew he'd seen me before. I just stuck around the corner here out of sight.
Now, as for these clothes, I think it's high time Superman did a little investigating. Something hidden under that pile of bricks, and I have a faint idea it may be a clue to the cause of the explosion. Well, we'll find out soon enough. Up, and away!
Do you have a cigarette, Miss Lane? Perhaps a drink?
No, thank you, Mr. Holbein. Now, you were about to tell me how the explosion in your doll factory occurred.
Oh, yes. Well, it's not easy to talk about, Miss Lane. All those poor people.
Well, what caused it?
The boiler. Yes, the boiler in the basement blew up. All of a sudden, Miss Lane, without warning. Oh, it was terrible.
Were you in the factory at the time, Mr. Holbein?
No, but it would have been better if I had been. Yes, much better. For 20 years, I've made dolls, pretty dolls, and then comes this.
Well, it wasn't your fault, Mr. Holbein. You're not to blame. Well, I think I have enough information. I'll go back and pick up Mr. Kent.
Mr. Kent? The telegram had said Mr. Kent was coming.
Yes, he stopped off to look at the factory. He's probably rummaging through the bricks.
What?
I said he's probably rummaging through the bricks.
Oh, he is he?
Of course, he won't find anything.
I'm not so sure about that.
Well, Mr. Holbein, what do you mean?
If my man Joe doesn't take care of him, maybe he will find something. So in case he does, I think you'd better stay here.
Let me by.
No, I'll keep you here just in case. And the door's locked, Miss Lane. Don't waste your time.
Let me out of here. You can't do this.
I can do this and more.
Why are you holding me here anyway?
Because you come snooping into my business, and I don't like to have people snooping.
Well, then you're hiding something. Something about the explosion.
Yes, I am hiding something. And if your friend, Mr. Kent, finds out what I'm hiding, you will never leave this house alive. Joe. Where are you, Joe?
I hear Mr. Holbein. What's up?
Keep that light out. Where's the reporter, Kent?
Reporter? I ain't seen no reporter.
Well, he's here snooping around. You didn't see him?
Say, wait a minute. I thought that guy was him.
Who are you talking about?
A guy came up the street about 10 minutes ago, and he looked like the same guy I stopped on the road, that reporter. But he said he was a necktie salesman.
Oh, you fool. It was Clark Kent. Where'd he go?
I told him to beat it, and he did.
You sure?
Positive. I seen him turn the corner.
What's that noise?
Noise? I don't hear no noise.
Keep that light out. Now, listen. You hear it?
Yeah. Now I hear it. Maybe it's rats.
Give me that flashlight. Follow me quietly.
You think it's that reporter, Mr. Holbein? I got my gun in case.
Quiet, you fool. Don't move. Now, do you think it's rats?
No. That ain't rats. It must be him. Kent, on the other side of that pile of bricks. I'll fix him, Mr. Holbein. One slug from this 38.
No. There are other ways, better ways to use a gun. Is stupid. Back to the street quickly. Here are the shadows. Now, listen to me. We must work fast.
I'm listening.
That wall, the one that's still standing, it has a crack in it, hasn't it?
Yeah, big crack. The fire inspector said it'll have to be torn down in the morning before it topples over.
It'll topple over tonight. An accident.
What? I don't get you.
The wind could make it fall. And would it be our responsibility if that reporter, Kent, was underneath it when it fell?
But the wind ain't strong enough to topple it.
Then we'll help the wind with a small amount of dynamite. Have a stick placed in the crack. That'll make the wall topple, no?
Sure. We can muffle it so nobody will hear the charge go.
You're a smart boy, Joe. Sometimes. Now, there's one more thing. That girl, Miss Lane. She could be snooping around the factory, too, when the wall topples.
Sure she could.
All right. Take my car and go for her. She's locked in the hall closet, tied up. Here are the keys. Now, hurry. But don't let anyone see you. I'll wait on the corner.
Okay. I'll be back before you know it.
Oh, this is dusty work. I'm near the basement now. It would have been much easier to plow right through these bricks, but I had to be careful that watchman or whatever he is didn't hear me. Now to get these beams out of the way. There. That does it. All clear. What's this? Oh, the boiler, eh? The one that was supposed to have blown up. Didn't blow up at all. Evidently something else was responsible for that explosion. Something Holbein would like to keep undercover. Well, it won't be undercover very long, not if I have anything to do with it. Here. This looks like something. Broken packing case. Well, I'll rip some of these boards off. Case of dolls. Most of them are crushed. This is a pretty one. Blonde hair and a blue dress. Too bad the body's cracked, or I'd save it for Hold on. Something queer about this doll. What's that inside the body? That's a metal cylinder. Wait a minute. They all have metal cylinders. Now I'm beginning to understand a few things, and I think this is a job for the police. I'll just take some of these unusual dolls and discuss the matter with the chief of police as Clark Kent, reporter. Holbein, things don't look so good for you. Up, and away!
cape streaming in the night wind, Superman wings through the darkness, convinced he has stumbled on an important clue to the mysterious explosion in the doll factory. 5 minutes later, as Clark Kent, Daily Planet reporter, he is talking with the local chief of police in the latter's office.
As I said, Mr. Kent, there's not much we know about Hobin, except that he rented the factory a year ago, set up machinery, and began making dolls. Harmless enough business, if you ask me.
Harmless enough on the surface.
What do you mean by that?
Here, Chief. Look at these dolls.
Yeah?
Let me open one. There. See what's in it?
Yes. Powder. Grayish-black powder. Looks like pepper.
But I can assure you it isn't. Here, we'll just pour a few grains into this ashtray.
Kent, it may be dangerous.
Don't worry, Chief. Now we'll touch the flame to the few grains of black powder in the ashtray.
Kent, be careful. Kent, are you all right?
I'm all right. Chief, there's enough of this powder in each of these metal cylinders to blow a battleship apart.
What?
It's the most powerful explosive I've ever seen. And Holbein was packing it inside dolls.
But why, Kent? Why?
That's what we have to find out immediately. At least we know what caused the factory explosion. Someone must have set this stuff off accidentally.
I'll have Holbein picked up and brought down here. He's got plenty to explain.
No, wait. That's not the way, Chief. We mustn't let him think we know as much as we do. It would be better if you and I had a little private talk with him.
Yes, maybe you're right. Chances are we'll find him at his house. You know, Kent, never in all my life would I have suspected anything like this.
Clark Kent's plan is a good one. But unknown to him, Hans Holbein has already set his devilish scheme of destruction into action. At this very moment, he is huddled in the shadow of the factory wall that is still standing, while Joe, his helper, widens the crack in the wall with a mallet and spike.
You say the girl, Miss Lane, fainted, Joe?
Yeah. She was out cold when I opened the closet. Made it easy to handle.
You took off the ropes and the gag before you put her inside under this wall, didn't you?
Sure.
Good. It must look like an accident.
Is that reporter still in there snooping around?
He must be. He didn't come out on the street.
There now. She's ready for the dynamite. I wrapped the stick in cotton batting to muffle it. Here she goes.
Put a long fuse on it, Joe.
5 minutes. Time enough for us to get back to the house.
Good.
I better light the fuse. What time is it?
5 minutes to 10.
That means she'll blow at 10 sharp. Here she goes.
Joe, a car coming up the street. Quick, this way.
Well, if Holbein isn't here at the factory, Chief, we can question his watchman. He's the same fellow who tried to keep Miss Lane and myself from entering Melville.
I can't understand Holbein's not being home, Kent. Particularly since you say Miss Lane went up to interview him.
Oh, that's what worries me. Her car was parked in front of Holbein's house, but the place was empty. We searched every room after we climbed in that open window.
Well, don't worry. Let's look around here. Hello? Anybody here?
No answer. Let me have your flashlight. I know the way over these bricks.
Where's that watchman you were talking about?
Oh, I don't know. He seems to have vanished. I don't like this.
What do you mean?
Well, Holbein gone, Miss Lane gone, and the watchman gone.
We'll find them all.
Chief, wait a minute.
What is it?
Do you hear something? A faint sputtering?
No. No, I don't. Where's it coming from?
Over there.
Well, that's a blank wall. The only one left standing. Fire department condemned it. They're going to tear it down in the morning. You still hear that sputtering?
Yes, faintly. You didn't leave your car running, did you?
I can't remember. Chances are I did. Say, you've got good hearing if you can catch that motor idling. It's pretty quiet.
No, it's not a motor. It's a sputtering, a hissing. I'm going over and investigate. What's that?
Town hall clock.
What time is it?
Must be 10 o'clock.
Chief, what's that over there?
Looks like a woman's shoe.
It is a woman's shoe. One of Lois Lane's shoes. Chief, Lois is somewhere around here. Maybe behind that wall. She's in danger. Chief, this shoe I just picked up. It belongs to Lois Lane. She's here somewhere.
But where, Kent? Where?
I don't know. Maybe behind that wall. I'm going to look. You stay here, Chief.
All right.
Keep that light out. I'll call if I need you. That sputtering I heard before must be a fuse. But where? Where? Something's going to happen. When it does, I must be prepared. As Superman.
So I'll make the change now, just in case. Now for a look around. What's that near the wall? Great Scott, it's Lois. Lois Lane stretched out on a pile of bricks. The wall, it's toppling over. Chief, go back. Run, the wall's coming down. Gotta get Lois before that wall crushes her. Falling, not a second to spare. Quickly.
Kent, is she all right?
Yes, Chief. That wall missed us by an inch.
I don't understand it. I thought you were both caught under it. It's a miracle, nothing but a miracle.
Guess we were lucky at that. You see, I was right. I did hear sputtering. The sputtering of a fuse. Someone put dynamite in that wall to make it collapse.
Not just someone, Kent. It was Holbein and whoever's working with him. I'll see that he goes up for attempted murder if it's the last thing I do.
Help.
She's coming, too.
Oh, help.
Oh, now, everything's all right, Miss Lane. Just take it easy.
Oh, Clark. Mr. Kent. What happened?
Yeah, that's what we'd like to know.
How did you get here, Miss Lane?
I don't remember. I was interviewing that man, Holbein. I told him Mr. Kent was at the factory looking around. He got very angry. Wouldn't let me leave. I fought with him.
Yes, what happened?
He tied me up and put a gag in my mouth. And I guess I fainted.
I get it now. They brought her down here.
Never mind about that now, Chief. The important thing is to locate Holbein. I'd better take you to a hotel, Miss Lane.
Oh, no, you won't, Clark Kent. This is my assignment as much as it is yours. What's this about dynamite?
Well, it's a long story, and you must be tired. I'll tell you some other time.
No, so you'll tell me right now. Why did Holbein flare up when I told him you were looking around the factory, huh?
Because he was hiding something. That factory explosion wasn't caused by a boiler blowing up.
Not by a long shot. It was those dolls.
Dolls? What do you mean?
The dolls Holbein made were only a blind. Each one of them was loaded with a grayish-black powder. A deadly, high-powered explosive.
Enough to blow this whole town sky high.
Yes, but why? What was his object?
That's what we don't know, and won't know until we get our hands on Holbein. And the sooner we do that, the better. I think we'll go back to his house, Chief. Maybe he's there now.
Oh, hold on, Kent. There's something I forgot to tell you.
Huh?
Clean slipped my mind in the excitement.
Well, what is it?
Holbein owns a plane. A two-seater monoplane. Keeps it at the Sudbury Airport.
What?
I'll wager he's heading there right now, figuring on skipping.
Why didn't you tell me? Here, we've been wasting all this time. Where is the airport?
Sudbury. It's 5 miles west of Melville on the turnpike. We can drive there in 10 minutes.
I can get there faster alone. See you later.
But now, doesn't that beat all? How on earth does he expect to get there faster than a car will take him?
Oh, it isn't to get there faster, Chief. Just first, to hog all the glory. Where's your car?
It's just down the street.
Well, come on, we'll race him to the airport.
No sense all of us going to one place. Maybe it would be better if we took a run up to Holbein's house on the chance he's there. Sort of cover all possibilities.
Why, he won't be there. He'll be at the airport, and Ken will catch him. He's just that lucky.
Can't tell that Holbein's slick enough to think he can talk himself out of this without running away. Come on, Miss Lane. Won't be anything lost.
Oh, all right, but I'll bet my last dollar Clark Kent comes in with Holbein in a story.
Both Lois Lane and the chief of police are in for a none too pleasant surprise. For even as their car speeds through the darkness, Hans Holbein nervously paces the living room floor of his house, while Joe, his helper, stands at a window with drawn blinds. Listen.
Well, all clear, Mr. Holbein. Stop worrying. Not a chance of this being pinned on us.
Yes, that's what you think. But that car, the one that drove up to the factory while we were fixing the dynamite in the wall.
Well, what about it?
It was a police car. I saw it.
Well, listen, you can talk those cops out of anything. Take it easy, Mr. Holbein. Just take it easy.
What time is it?
At best 10.
7 hours. That's a long time.
What's going to happen in 7 hours?
It'll be dawn. We go to the airport, take the plane, fly to the island. There, we'll be safe until this blows over.
What about the rest of the dolls buried under the bricks?
Aye.
Gonna leave them there with all that stuff in them?
It can't be helped.
But if the wall toppled over on them two reporters, the fella and the girl, they can't do any talking.
Well, I'm not sure what happened. I can't take any chances. There's too much at stake. Look out the window again, Joe.
Yeah. Still clear. No, wait a minute. There's a car coming up the street.
Who is it, Joe? Who is it?
How can I tell from here? She's slowing up, stopping at the curb. It's a police car.
No, it can't be.
That's what it is. Two people getting out. Looks like the chief and Holbein. It's that girl reporter.
There, you see, the wall didn't fall. She got away.
Coming up the walk. Stand back. This 38 will finish him fast.
No, Joe. Not with a gun. Here, let me talk to him first. Here, you hide the closet, quick.
Open up, Hobin.
One moment, please.
Come on, open up. All right. No funny work now, Hobin. I've got you covered. Up with your hands.
I don't understand.
You will soon enough. Close the door, Miss Lane. Now, what have you got to say for yourself, Hobin?
I'm sorry, but you'll have to explain.
Explain what? The dolls with the black powder inside them?
Yes, and tying me up and throwing me into a closet?
Hobin, we've got you dead to rights. I'm arresting you for manslaughter because 13 people lost their lives when your factory exploded. And if that isn't enough, I'll hold you for the attempted murder of Miss Lane.
That's what you think, Copper.
Joe, don't shoot.
All right, then he gets it this way. Now it's your turn, sister.
Joe, stop.
What do you want her to do, blab her mouth off?
Put down that gun, Joe.
All right, it's your funeral.
The chief, he's hurt.
Stay right where you are, Miss Lane. You've caused me enough trouble, you and your friend. Now I'll see to it that you remain harmless for a long time.
You can't get away with this.
And on the
You can't get away with this. No, let me go.
Watch, you'll scratch your eyes out.
Let me go. I tell you, let me go.
Chair.
No.
Now, keep quiet. Now, Joe, pack up the bags quickly.
Where are we going?
To the island. We can't wait for dawn.
You're not taking me to any island.
Shut up, sister. We'll take care of you later.
I'll handle this, Joe. I know what I'm doing. Now, pack up the bags and make it
You
fast.
can't get away with this. You can't get away with this. Let me go. Let me go.
Meanwhile, at the Sudbury airport, Superman finds Holbein's plane still in its hangar and no sign of the doll factory owner. He wings swiftly back to Melville, red cloak streaming in the wind, his powerful figure shrouded in protective darkness.
The chief must have thought I was crazy to run out on him the way I did. Lois must certainly think I'm trying to hog the story. Well, there are times when what people think is unimportant. I wonder where Holbein did go. He wasn't at the airport, that much I know. I searched the place high and low. Look, there are the lights of Melville up ahead. There's the main road. I can see a car running along it. I'll drop down and have another look at the factory. Maybe he's there. Down. No, nobody there. Might as well try the house again. Probably find Lois and the chief there. Faster! Faster! Here we are. Right in Holbein's front yard. I'd better change back to Clark Kent before going in.
There, that does it. Now, up the steps. No answer. That's funny. I'll try again. Well, if you won't open for Clark Kent...
You'll open for Superman. Here goes. One more. There, that does it. What the... The chief on the floor. Chief, what happened?
Holbein. Man came out of the closet.
Yes?
Slugged me.
Chief, what happened to Lois? Miss Lane.
Don't know.
Lois! Miss Lane, where are you? She's gone. Holbein's gone. Oh, why did I ever leave her? Now there's no telling where she is. Wait, hold on. There's something written on the table. Written with a lipstick. Am on island. It's a message she left for me. Am on island.
Dr. Parker wanted in surgery. Dr. Parker wanted in
Kent, I don't understand it. It's like a mad dream, a nightmare. If I'd thought for one moment that you and Lois were going to run into anything like this, I never would have sent you up here. Never.
Oh, it wasn't your fault, Mr. White. Who could have suspected that Holbein was packing a dangerous high explosive inside his dolls?
I still can't believe it.
Well, you saw one of the dolls. They were all alike. Each one contained a metal cylinder filled with some new explosive. Why, just a few grains of it almost blew up the police chief's desk.
But, Kent, what was his object? What's his game?
Well, we won't know that until we lay our hands on him. And when we do...
Oh, I don't care about Holbein anymore, Kent. The important thing is to find Lois. Where can she be?
Well, I told you all I know, Mr. White. When I got to Holbein's house after searching for him at the airport where he kept his plane, the chief was stretched out on the floor, half conscious, and Lois was gone.
But she left a message.
Yes, written in lipstick on the table. All it said was, am on island.
Yes, you told me that, but it isn't much help. Now, I've studied the map carefully, every inch of it. There isn't an island off this coast, not one within 1,000 miles of Melville.
The man at the airport said Holbein's ship only had a cruising range of 500. Well, maybe the chief can help us.
I hope so, Kent. Oh, what's keeping that nurse?
Oh, here she comes now.
All right, Mr. White, you can see the chief of police now.
Good. Come on, Kent.
All right.
I certainly hope the chief can give us a clue of some kind. And if he can't...
Here we are. This is his room.
Hello, Kent.
Hello, Chief. Well, this is Mr. White, editor of the Daily Planet.
Oh, glad to know you, Mr. White.
You had a pretty close call, Chief.
Yes, and if Mr. Kent hadn't come when he did, I probably wouldn't have been here to tell the tale.
Well, we only have a few minutes, Chief. Doctor's orders. Perhaps you'd better tell us what happened.
Well, when you left for the Sudbury airport to try and find Holbein, Miss Lane and I decided to go to Holbein's house on the chance he might be there.
I see.
He was there, wasn't he?
Yes, he and his helper, Joe. I had Holbein covered all right until his helper leaped out of a closet and hit me over the head with the butt of a gun. Then everything went black.
You didn't hear them say anything about going to some island and taking Miss Lane with them?
Not a word, Kent.
Well, tell me this, Chief. What did Holbein do with the dolls he made in his factory?
He shipped them to the city by boat.
By boat?
Yes, he had an old 80-foot commercial fishing boat. Rebuilt it and used it to ship the dolls.
Well, where is the boat, Chief?
Well, the last time I saw it, it was tied up at its Water Street dock. I think it made a trip a few days before the factory explosion.
You sure Holbein shipped the dolls to the city, Chief?
I'm not sure of anything now, Kent. Not after what you discovered. The high explosive inside the dolls.
Could it be possible, Mr. White, that Holbein was taking the dolls to this island Lois mentioned in her message, and not to the city?
What island? There isn't any island.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. White. I've got an idea. Assume Holbein was transporting these deadly dolls to some island off the coast. If he used the rebuilt fishing boat, there's probably a navigation chart aboard.
You mean a chart that will tell us where the island is?
Exactly. Maybe the island's too small to appear on a map.
Say, Kent may have something there, Mr. White.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go down and search the boat. Every minute we lose may be a minute of horror for Lois.
You say Holbein's boat is tied up at the foot of Water Street, Chief?
Yes, I think it's called the Agnes K.
Well, come along, Kent.
All right.
We'll let you know if anything develops, Chief.
All right, Mr. White. In the meantime, I'll send out a 5-state alarm for Miss Lane. Good luck.
Thanks, Chief.
I certainly hope your idea is good, Kent. Because if it isn't, I won't know where to turn next.
Dr. Henderson reports to Ward 3. Dr. Henderson reports to Ward 3.
Well, there's the dock, Mr. White. And a fishing boat tied up alongside. Must be Holbein's. I guess I'd better park here and we can walk across the street.
Heavy mist over the harbor.
Yes. We're lucky it's dark and misty. All right, this way, Mr. White.
You sure that's Holbein's boat, Kent?
Yes, I can see the name on the bow. Agnes K.
Doesn't look like there's anyone aboard.
Well, we'll find out soon enough.
Looks like a sturdy boat.
Yeah, it is. Here, climb over the rail, Mr. White. Easy. Drop down quietly. There we are. Now to look around. Keep low, Mr. White. I can see a light in one of the cabins under the pilot house.
What'll we do?
You climb back up on the dock and keep a lookout. I'll see who's in that cabin. Here, I'll give you a hand. There. That does it. Now call me if anyone comes.
Take care, Kent. Take care.
Mr. White can't see me from the dock, so I think it's time to change to Superman. Whoever's on this boat may be dangerous. There we are. I'll just move along here in the shadows and look through the window. I hope it's Holbein. If it is... No, it isn't Holbein. It's a dark-skinned man. Spaniard or an Italian. Playing solitaire. Wonder whether he'd like company. Well, we'll see. Good evening.
Hey, what do you want here?
Oh, just looking around. You the only one on the boat?
Now, you get out. You get off of this boat.
Put that knife away, my friend. You may cut yourself.
Now, you get out, I say.
Oh, it's fights you want, eh? All right, come and get it. Try this. And this. Now for the finishing touch. Now, let's see what we can find. That safe looks promising. Huh. Locked, eh? Well, it won't take long to open. Here goes. That was too easy. Like opening a sardine can. Well, seems to be plenty of stuff inside. What's this all rolled up? Why, it's a map. A geodetic chart. Yes, this is it. Just what we need. Now to change back to Clark Kent and call Mr. White.
Mr. White! Mr. White!
Coming, Kent. Kent, are you in trouble?
No trouble, Mr. White. Come inside here under the light.
Say, what happened to that fellow on the floor?
Oh, he came after me, stumbled, and hit his head. Here, look. Look at this chart.
What does it mean?
See this neck of land running out from the mainland?
Yes, I see it.
Well, it's at least 50 miles long, right out into the ocean.
Still don't understand.
Here, now look close. Way out at the very tip, 2 penciled lines have been drawn across the land, and it's marked channel. Now, that means someone, maybe Holbein, dug a channel across the neck of land, surrounding the tip completely by water and making it an island. The very island we're looking for.
Kent, I believe you've hit on it.
And I won't waste another minute. I'll go down to the airport, hire a plane, and go after Lois.
Now, hold on, Kent. I'm going with you.
But, Mr. White...
You heard what I said, Kent. I'm going with you. I won't rest easy until I see Lois alive.
Speeding to the airport, Clark Kent and Editor Perry White hire a seaplane and wing out into the fog-bound night. At the same moment, on a tiny man-made island 50 miles out in the ocean, Hans Holbein and his helper Joe listen to a police call on a powerful shortwave radio.
Team Division 421, calling all Coast Guard stations and police boats, reported missing Lois Lane, Lane, newspaper reporter, height 5 feet 4 inches, weight 110 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, last seen wearing tweed suit, brown shoes, watch all fishing boats and private planes. I will repeat, Marine Division 421.
I don't like the way things are shaping up, Mr. Holbein. What do you mean? That Lane girl. Keeping her here ain't doing us no good. She'll just draw the cops like honey draws flies. Well, what can we do with her? Well, the barometer's fallen. That means a storm coming up. The tide's running out. I'm for putting her in a rowboat and letting her go. Out to sea. Hey, maybe you're right. Get her, Joe. Come on, sister. You're going for a little ride. Come on. We've decided not to keep you here any longer, Miss Lane.
That's very sweet of you.
We're letting you go.
Let me go, will you?
Come on, here. Bring her along, Joe.
Stop it. Let me go, I tell you. You can't do this.
Never mind. You're going like this.
You can't do this. This is another one of your tricks.
There ain't no trick, girlie. You're just going on a sea voyage. Here's the rowboat. Get her in.
No, you can't do this.
Come on, get in. Make it fast.
Oh, no.
Take the oars out, Mr. Holbein.
No.
Okay, shove her off. There she goes. She won't bother us again.
Storm's getting worse by the minute. Well, we just have to circle for a while. According to that navigation chart we found on Holbein's boat, we should be somewhere over the island.
Kent, do you think Holbein's a foreign agent?
Oh, I don't know what to think, Mr. White. Whatever he is, that accidental explosion in his factory put a crimp in his plans. If that hadn't happened, he might have gone on merrily making dolls, each one of which was a horrible instrument of death.
I don't know, Kent. I'm all confused. But in the meantime, Lois may be in danger of her life, and all because of me.
No, you mustn't think things like that, Mr. White. Won't do any good. Hold on, I think I see an opening in the clouds. Ah, we got through, Mr. White. Ah, there's the ocean, 500 feet below us.
It looks bad, Kent. Rough water. Can you see any land?
No, just water. Wind probably blew us off our course. Here, let me see that chart again, will you?
Here it is.
Well, according to the chart, the neck of land should be somewhere in this neighborhood, unless my calculations are all wrong. Yeah, I certainly wish we had better weather.
It's fierce, absolutely fierce. Even if we did find the island, Kent, do you think you can land in that running sea?
Well, I can try. We'll circle a bit. Keep your eyes open, Mr. White.
Kent! What's that directly below on the water?
Good heavens, it's a boat. A small rowboat. And there's someone in it.
Look, that wave almost swamped it.
I'm going down.
Kent, now don't be a fool. You can't land here. The plane would float 5 minutes in that sea.
We'll have to take our chances. There's a human being in that boat. I can't stand by and see it turn over.
Kent, it's 2 lives against 1.
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe I shouldn't risk your life.
Look, Kent. Another wave. Poured right over the boat.
How about it, Mr. White? Shall we take a chance?
I suppose we've got to, Kent. Go ahead.
Oh, I knew you'd say that. All right, sir, tighten your safety belt. Here we go.
We're down, Kent. You landed beautifully. Now, where's the rowboat? I can't see it.
Oh, neither can I. Not in this pelting rain.
Well, we'd better locate it in a hurry. This plane's pitching and tossing like a bronco. It isn't built to take this kind of a beating. Look out, here comes a wave.
Oh. Good thing this cabin's waterproof. Now, you just sit tight, Mr. White. I'm going out to look for that rowboat.
Out? Out where?
On the wingtip. Can't see a thing through these windows.
Kent, are you mad? You'll be blown off into the sea.
Oh, don't worry about me.
Kent, come back. Come back here.
Well, one thing this driving rain will do is keep Mr. White from seeing me change to Superman.
Now, out on the wingtip to look for that boat. Listen to that wind screech through the struts. Must be gale force. I don't understand anybody being in a rowboat on a night like this. No, can't see it anywhere. I hope we weren't too late. No, there it is. Half swamped, wallowing. Look at that wave bearing down on it, mountain high. No time to lose. I'll dive in after it. Oh, that wave capsized the rowboat. I may not be able to find whoever was in it. Not in this sea. Faster. Faster. Here's the boat. There's no sign of a human being. Wait, what's that bobbing up ahead? It's a man. He's sinking. Got him. Good heavens, it's a woman. It's Lois. Lois Lane, half drowned. Calling. Mr. White shouting for help. The plane. A wave hit it and turned it over. It's going down. Hold on, Mr. White. Hold on. He hasn't a chance. Can't make much speed with one arm. I must keep Lois's head above water. Mr. White! Mr. White! Oh, the plane sank like a rock. There's nothing but an oily film on the water. Mr. White! Mr. White! Oh, he's gone. Probably went under with the plane. There might be a slim chance of finding him if I dove down, but that would mean leaving Lois to drown. No, I can't take that chance. Got to get her to a doctor before it's too late. Up! Up! And away!
Like a giant bird, Superman wings for the mainland, the unconscious form of Lois Lane in his arms, leaving behind only a smear of oil to mark the spot where the plane sank to a watery grave. Meanwhile, on the tiny island, Hans Holbein and Joe listen intently for a familiar sound that has come to them over the storm.
I don't hear it no more, Mr. Holbein.
You're sure it was a plane?
Yeah, I couldn't miss it.
The fools. Do they expect to pick us out in this weather? And even if they did, how could they land?
But what about when the storm clears and it's daylight?
Well, what about it?
They'll see the shack. That storage house where you keep the dolls. You know, Mr. Holbein, I suppose it's none of my business, but I still don't get the point in loading the island with them powder-filled dolls.
You're being paid and paid well, aren't you? That's enough.
It ain't that, Mr. Holbein. I was just wondering. You've been carting that high-powered stuff over here for almost a year.
And I would have kept carting it if that Peters numbskull hadn't dropped a lighted match into an open case of dolls and caused the factory to blow up.
I know. But what are you going to do with all this stuff that's here now? Almost a ton of it.
What am I going to do with it? You don't know, eh?
Sell it to the government, maybe?
For money? No. Money is nothing. Power. Power is the important thing. With this weapon, I will someday rule the universe. Yes, 1 pound of it dropped from a plane will level a great city. I will rule the land and rule the sea.
Yeah, but supposing the cops or the Coast Guard find the stuff here, then what? That plane I heard flying around here wasn't flying around just for the ride. Not in this storm.
Don't worry. Even if they do find us, not 1 ounce of my explosives will fall into their hands.
How come?
You see this cabinet built into the wall? I opened the door. There now. What's inside, Joe?
It looks like a master switch with a clock attached to it.
You are 100% right, Joe. A master switch with a clock attached to it. Yes, I think I'd better wind the clock. That's better.
What's the switch for, Mr. Holbein?
You are very curious, Joe. But it doesn't matter. I'll tell you what the switch is for. You see, I realized that someday an accident might happen. Like the explosion in a doll factory. An accident that would put the police on my trail. And so I prepared.
Prepared what?
Buried deep in the sand, all over the island are hundreds of pounds of my explosive. Electrical wires lead to this switch. If danger threatens, I set the clock for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, as I please. Throw the switch, and within the time I have chosen, the island will blow up into 1,000,000 fragments and disappear into the sea.
You mean there'll be nothing but water where the island is now?
I mean just that.
Oh! Oh!
Hey, what was that? Someone's calling for help. Outside, open the door.
It's a man falling out of the water off the beach.
So go get him, but be careful. It may be a trap.
He's half dead.
Bring him in, Joe.
Lend a hand. The guy's waterlogged.
Up with him. That's it. Now close the door.
He must have fallen off a boat.
Oh, I don't think so. See what he has in his coat pockets.
A lot of wet papers.
Here, let me have them. This is very interesting.
What is it, Mr. Holbein?
This man is Perry White, editor of the Daily Planet.
Hey, that means they're around here someplace. They know where we are.
Stop shaking like that. Tie him up quickly. There's rope in the corner. Now, hurry, there's not much time.
What you gonna do?
Oh, never mind. All finished?
Yeah. He won't get loose.
All right. Stand up.
Hey, what you pointing a gun at me for?
Turn around, Joe, and put your hands behind you.
Hey, what's the big idea?
You ask too many questions, Joe. You're too curious. Men who are curious can't be trusted. There. That fixes your wrist. Yes, this rope came in handy.
Hey, you ain't gonna leave me here.
Now get down. Down on your stomach.
Hey, don't leave me here, please. Please don't leave me here.
Now, a few turns of the rope around your ankles.
No.
Tighten it up. And we're through.
I didn't mean nothing. Boys, you can trust me.
I'll set the clock for 10 minutes. That'll give me enough time to get off in my plane. The wind's down.
No, not that.
There, that does it. Now to throw the switch.
No, please, Mr. Holbein. Don't leave me here. I don't want to die.
Sorry, Joe.
No.
But I can't take any chances.
No.
Goodbye, Joe.
No. Come back. Come back. Come back. Holbein. Come back. No. It's no use. The more I move around, the tighter the rope gets. If only that clock would stop ticking. I knew Holbein had double-crossed me. I knew it. Now I haven't got a chance. A chance in the world. I don't know, though. Maybe if that guy White come too, we could help each other. White. Wake up. Wake up, White. His lips are moving. White, wake up.
Where am I?
Don't talk. Just listen to me. You're on an island. Kent Holbein's island. He's got high explosive buried all over it. And in 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, the island's going to blow up. Listen. You hear that clock?
Yes. Yes, I hear it.
That's a time clock. Holbein set it before he left. Figured on getting rid of both of us. But we can fool him now. Look, I'm backing up against you. Now, you try and loosen the rope around my wrist. Go on, try.
I can't. My fingers are numb. I can't move them.
Can't you do something?
No, I'm sorry.
All right, then. We'll work the other way. I'll loosen your ropes. There. Quick, there ain't much time. Now, hold still. Ooh. No, move over there. No, they're tight. I tied you up and I did it to hold. No, it's no use. I can't budge them. We're goners.
Maybe help will come before the island blows up.
No, help ain't coming tonight. And when it does come, we'll be down with the fishers, you and me. I knew Holbein had double-crossed me. I knew it.
How do you happen to be here?
I work for Holbein. My name's Joe. He paid me good money to do his dirty jobs. I should have known he'd cross me up with them dolls.
Where did Holbein ship the dolls, Joe?
Right to this island. There's a ton of that explosive stuff in the storage house. The way he told it, he was going to get to run the world. 1 pound of the stuff, he said, blow up a city. And there's 100 pounds buried on this island waiting to go off. Oh, if that clock had only stopped ticking. It's driving me nuts.
Joe, what did Holbein do with Miss Lane? A newspaper reporter.
We brought her here. We set her loose in a rowboat without any oars. I wish I'd done it to him, the rat.
That was the rowboat we saw, Kent and I. It had Lois in it.
What? What's that, what?
Oh, nothing, Joe, nothing. How long has it been since Holbein set the time clock, Joe?
I don't know. It seemed like an hour.
5 minutes, do you think?
Yeah, I guess so. What's the use of figuring? I guess all we got to do is to lay here and wait. Yeah. All we got to do is lay here and wait.
And as the precious seconds slip by on the little island 50 miles out to sea, Clark Kent leaves the hospital where he has taken Lois. Stepping into a shadowed doorway, he drops the meek, mild-mannered demeanor of the reporter and becomes Superman, strong and determined.
Listen, Lois at death's door. Mr. White missing, lost in the ocean. I certainly have made a mess of this. There's one thing I will do. Catch Holbein and make him pay for everything that's happened. Now that I'm alone, I don't need a plane. I can find that island by myself. Storm's over. The night's clear. Holbein, you'll be sorry you ever started with me, because if there's one man on earth I despise, that man is you. Up, and away! What's that up ahead in the sky? Looks like the wing lights of a plane. That's what it is. A plane coming from the direction of Holbein's Island. I'll get above it. For all I know, it may be Holbein himself. Up! Great Scott, it is Holbein's plane. I remember the number on it. This is the first lucky break I've had. I'll follow him back to the airport and corner him alone. Circling, getting ready to land. All right, Holbein, I'll land too. And I'll be waiting for you on the road when you drive from the airport. Planting himself in the middle of the only road leading from the Sudbury airport, Superman waits for Hans Holbein's car to come along. His keen hearing detects an approaching motor, and he stands at rigid attention, every rippling muscle tense. Here he comes, traveling fast. And if he doesn't stop, I'll stop him. Ah, he's seen me, and he's stopping.
Hey, what's the big idea?
Is your name Hans Holbein?
Yes, what of it?
I want to talk to you. Get out of that car.
Say, who do you think you are? Beat it.
Oh, so that's the way you want to play, Holbein, eh? All right. Your car is fast, but Superman is faster. Here I come, after you. Didn't expect to see me again, did you, Holbein?
Hey, let go! I'll crash!
No, you won't crash, Holbein, but the car will. Out you come.
Help!
There we are, Holbein. Safe and sound on the road. Now, maybe you're in a better humor to talk.
What do you want? Who are you?
Never mind that. I'll ask the questions. You were responsible for the death of 13 people when your doll factory exploded, weren't you?
No. It was an accident.
Maybe the explosion was an accident, but packing the stuff that caused the explosion inside your dolls was no accident.
How do you know that?
I know everything, Holbein. I know that you sent a helpless girl out in a rowboat during the height of a storm. I know that you tried to take the life of that same girl, Lois Lane, by placing her under a condemned wall at your factory. I know this much, Holbein. I have enough evidence against you to send you to the electric chair.
No. You can't prove anything.
I can prove everything. But there's still one little matter that needs clearing up. Where are the deadly dolls you made in your factory? Where have you taken them?
I won't answer. I don't have to answer.
Oh, you don't, eh? Well, maybe this will loosen your tongue.
Help! You're breaking my arm.
I won't stop at your arms. Where are the dolls?
Oh, you're killing me.
Then talk. Where are they?
On the island.
That's better. Just as I figured. That cooks your goose, Holbein. When the police search that island and find all that explosive on it, you're finished.
But they won't find it. They won't find anything.
What?
They won't even find the island.
What do you mean?
In 2 minutes, the island will be gone. Together with whoever's on it.
Who is on it?
Joe. And the editor, White.
Perry White? Alive? Holbein, you're lying.
No, I'm not lying. It's the truth. But there's nothing you can do about it. I was smart.
I fixed it so the island would explode and sink into the sea. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh, isn't there? We'll see about that. 2 minutes, you say. All right, Holbein, you're going for a fast ride.
Oh, no, let me down. Now you'll kill me.
Up, and away!
With speed almost matching that of light, Superman streaks for the doomed island, clutching the terrified figure of Hunt Holbein under his arm. Out into the night, across the now placid waters, he wings like an arrow to the tiny spot of land in the far-flung immensity of the sea, racing against time, racing against death, finally dropping down and landing on the sandy shore near the shack.
Holbein's fainted. Well, small wonder. I'll leave him here on the sand. Mr. White must be in that shack up ahead. There's a light burning. Mr. White! Mr. White! What's that? Explosions. The island's rocking. Breaking apart. Am I too late? No, I can't be. Look, the shack is collapsing. The roof's falling in. He'll be killed unless I get to him quickly. Got to pull the shack apart. Keep the timbers off him. There. That does it. Now, where is he? Mr. White! Mr. White! Here he is. Struck by a falling beam. Unconscious. There isn't much time. Seconds. The island's sinking. Up with him. Up and out and away!
Following day, in the editorial offices of the Daily Planet, we find Clark Kent entering the office of Perry White.
Oh, it's you, Kent. Come in. Close the door. How's Lois?
He's fine, Mr. White. Rallied beautifully.
Oh, I'm glad of that. Oh, by the way, I just got the Coast Guard report on that island.
Oh?
It disappeared under the sea just as Holbein said it would.
That's amazing.
And Holbein and Joe disappeared with it. You know, I still don't understand how you got me out of that shack.
I told you I hired a boat, went over to the island, and got you on board a minute before the explosion started.
It's a miracle, Kent. Just a miracle. You know, I think you deserve a vacation.
Not just now, Mr. White. I want to hang around and see how Lois gets along. I'm going back to the hospital now.
Oh, so that's how it is, eh? Well, good luck, son.
Thanks, Mr. White.
For the moment, all is well with Lois Lane, Editor White, and Superman. But unknown to any of them, a new adventure, more dangerous perhaps than any they have taken part in before, is slowly brewing. Don't forget to tune in next time for the beginning of the new story. Tune in and follow the thrilling adventures of Superman.
Up in the sky, look!
It's a bird!
It's a plane! It's Superman! Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Action Comics magazine.